The Ruy-Lopez closed Martinez variation makes an appearance as Zhu and Tan prepare for a tactical duel in Fide Women's Grand Prix to lax 2425 Austria Round 1. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Threatening knight takes e5. Knight c6. Bishop b5. On a6. Threatening pawn takes b5. Bishop a4 played by Zhu. Knight f6. King castled kingside. Zhu might go for bishop takes c6. Pawn takes c6. Knight takes e5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop e7 played by Tan transposed into Ruy-Lopez closed Martinez variation. On d3. Zhu intends to play bishop takes c6. Pawn takes c6. Knight takes e5 and seizes the initiative. On b5 played by Tan. Threatening pawn takes a4. Bishop b3 played by Zhu. On d6. On a4. Threatening pawn takes b5. Bishop d7 played by Tan. Rook e1. King castled kingside. Bishop e3. Knight a5. Bishop a2. On c5. Knight c3. Pawn takes a4. It is novelty move. Bishop b1. Knight c6. Knight takes a4. Knight d4. Knight d2. Rook b8. Knight c4. Bishop b5. Knight d2. Queen a5. On c3. Threatening pawn takes d4. Knight e6 played by Tan. On b3. On d5. Tan is aiming to play. On d4. On takes d4. On takes d4. Knight c4. Bishop takes c4 and establish a winning position. Knight f3 played by Zhu. On d4. Threatening pawn takes e3. Bishop d2 played by Zhu. Zhu wants to play. Pawn c4. Queen c7. Pawn takes b5 and gain a significant edge. Queen c7 played by Tan. Pawn takes d4. Pawn takes d4. Knight b2. Knight d7. On b4. Knight d8. Bishop a2. Knight c6. Threatening knight takes b4. Queen c2 played by Zhu. Queen d6. Knight c4. Threatening knight takes d6. Knight takes b4 played by Tan. Bishop takes b4. Queen takes b4. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. Queen c3. Threatening queen takes c2. Queen e2 played by Zhu. Queen c7. Threatening queen takes e5. Knight c4 played by Zhu. Bishop b4. Threatening bishop takes e1. Rook ec1 played by Zhu. Queen e7. On e5. Rook fe8. On f4. King h8. Rook ab1. On a5. Queen e4. On f6. Take a moment to spot the best move for Zhu. King h1 is the right idea because Queen d7. On f5. Bishop takes c4. On e6. Bishop takes d3. Queen takes d3 position is equal. Let's explore the main game. On f6. Knight d6 is not the best move played by Zhu. Zhu is looking to play Knight f7 check. Queen takes f7. Bishop takes f7 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop takes d6 played by Tan. Rook takes b5. Rook takes b5. On takes d6. Queen d8. Threatening rook takes e4. Queen takes d4 played by Zhu. Rook b4. Tan's idea is to play rook takes d4. On h3. Rook takes d6. King h2. Queen b8. Bishop f7. Rook f8. Rook e1. Rook d8 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook c4 played by Zhu. Queen d7. Tan is looking to play rook d8. King f2. Queen a4. Rook takes b4. Queen takes b4. Queen takes b4. On takes b4. On d4. Rook takes d6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen d5 played by Zhu. Rook b6. Tan considers playing rook takes d6. Queen h5. On g6. Queen h4. King g7. On h3. Rook takes d3. Rook c1. Rook e7. King h2 and take decisive advantage. Rook e4 played by Zhu. Rook d8. Queen takes a5. Queen takes d6. On h3. Rook a6. Threatening rook takes a5. Queen b5 played by Zhu. Zhu is preparing to play rook e8 check. Queen f8. Rook takes f8 check and increase their advantage significantly. On g6 played by Tan. Tan might go for rook takes a2. Queen b1. Rook a8. King h1. Queen f8. Queen b7. Rook e8. Rook c4. Rook ac8 and establish a winning position. Bishop c4 played by Zhu. Rook a1 check. King f2. King g7. Queen b2. Threatening queen takes a1. Rook a7 played by Tan. Queen e2. Rook dd7. On h4. Rook e7. On g3. Rook takes e4. Queen takes e4. Take a moment to spot the best move for Tan. Rook e7 is a strong choice, since Queen f3. Queen b4. Queen d1. Queen b2 check. King f3. Queen b7 check. Tan have small advantage. Let's explore the main game. Queen takes e4. King h6 slightly worse move played by Tan. King g2. Rook e7 time to think. Find the best continuation for Zhu. Queen f3 is a strong choice, since on f5, Queen a8, Rook e2 check, King h3, Rook e3. On d4 stills who is losing. Let's explore the main variation. Rook e7. Threatening rook takes e4. Queen a8 is not the best move played by Zhu. Rook e2 check. King h3. Pause the video and find the best move for Tan. Queen d7 check is logical continuation as on g4. Rook e3 check. King h2. Queen d6. King g2. On f5 Tan have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main line. King h3. Queen c5 is a mistake played by Tan. Tan is planning to play Queen f5 check. On g4. Rook e3 check. King g2. Queen takes g4 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop d5 played by Zhu. Queen e7. Tan might go for Queen d7 check. On g4. Rook e8. Queen takes e8. Queen takes e8 and gain a significant edge. Queen c8 played by Zhu. Rook e3. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Zhu? Queen b7 is the correct move because Queen takes b7. Bishop takes b7. Rook takes d3. King g2. Rook d2 check. King f1 stills who is losing. Shifting to the main game. Rook e3. Bishop c4. Stop here and find the strongest move for Tan. On f5 is best move here because King h2. Queen b4. Queen a8. Queen d2 check. King h3. Queen f2. Tan have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main game. Threatening rook takes d3. Bishop c4 is an inaccurate played by Zhu. Queen d6 slightly worse move played by Tan. Threatening queen takes f4. King h2 played by Zhu. Rook e1. Tan might go for Queen d4. Queen f8 check. King h5. Queen a8. Rook e2 check. Queen g2. Rook takes g2 check and seize the initiative. King h3 played by Zhu. Queen e7. Bishop d5. Rook d1. Threatening rook takes d3. Bishop e4 played by Zhu. On f5. Threatening pawn takes e4. Queen c2 played by Zhu. Rook e1. Queen c3. Take a moment to spot the best move for Tan. Rook e3 is the right idea because Queen d4. Rook e2. Bishop f3. Rook d2. Queen d5. Queen e1. Tan heading towards winning. Let's proceed to the main game. Threatening pawn takes e4. Queen c3 played by Zhu. Rook g1. Pause the video and find the best move for Zhu. Bishop f3 is the correct move because Rook f1. On d4. Rook e1. Queen c5. Queen takes c5. Pawn takes c5 stills who is losing. Let's proceed to the main line. Threatening queen takes e1. Rook g1 slightly worse move played by tan. Threatening pawn takes e4. Queen d4 is not the best move played by Zhu. Threatening queen takes g1. Rook d1 played by tan. Tan wants to play. Queen takes e4. Queen takes e4. Pawn takes e4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop f3 played by Zhu. Threatening bishop takes d1. Rook d2 played by tan. Queen d5. Queen e1. Tan wants to play. Queen f2. Bishop g2. Rook e2. Queen f3. Queen e1. Queen f1. Queen d2 and take decisive advantage. Queen a8 played by Zhu. Threatening queen f8 mate. Queen e7 played by tan. Pawn h5. Pause the video and find the best move for tan. Queen f6 is best move here because pawn takes g6. Pawn takes g6. Bishop d5. Rook takes d3. Queen g8. Rook c3. Tan have small advantage. Let's explore the main game. Threatening rook takes d3. Pawn h5 played by Zhu. King g7 slightly worse move played by tan. Queen a1 check. King h6. Pawn takes g6. Pawn takes g6. Queen h8 check. Queen h7. Tan considers playing. Queen takes h8. Bishop h5. Queen b2. Bishop e2. Rook takes e2. Pawn g4. Rook h2 check. King g3. Queen f2 mate and establish a winning position. Queen c3 played by Zhu. Threatening queen takes d2. Rook f2 played by tan. Threatening rook takes f3. Bishop d5 played by Zhu. Queen g7. Queen takes g7 check. King takes g7. Bishop g2. Rook d2. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Zhu? Bishop a8 is logical continuation as King h6. Bishop c6. Rook f2. Pawn d4. Rook d2. Bishop b7 position is equal. Let's go to the main game. Rook d2. King h to stop here and find the strongest move for tan. Rook takes d3 is the correct move because Bishop b7. Rook d2 check. King h3. Pawn g5. Pawn takes g5. King g6. Tan heading towards winning. Let's explore the main variation. Threatening rook takes d3. King h2 is an inaccurate played by Zhu. King f6 is an inaccurate played by tan. King g1. King e6. Bishop c6. Rook takes d3. King f2. Rook c3. Threatening rook takes c6. Bishop b7 played by Zhu. King d6. Think carefully what is the best move for Zhu. Bishop g2 is the correct move because Rook c2 check. King f3. Rook c3 check. King f2. Rook c2 check. King f3 position is equal. Let's explore the main game. King d6. King g2. Stop here and find the strongest move for tan. Rook b3 is the right idea because Bishop f3. Rook b2 check. King h3. Rook f2. Bishop g2. King e6. Tan heading towards winning. Let's proceed to the main variation. King g2 is not the best move played by Zhu. King c5 is not the best move played by tan. King f2. King d4. Bishop a8. Rook c7. Time to think. Find the best continuation for Zhu. King f3 is a strong choice, since Rook c8. Bishop b7. Rook c3 check. King f2. Rook c2 check. King f3 position is equal. Let's go to the main line. Rook c7. Bishop f3 could cost the game. Played by Zhu. Rook c2 check. King g1. King e3. Tan's idea is to play King takes f3. On g4. On takes g4. On f5. On g3. On takes g6. Rook c1 mate, and gain a significant edge. Bishop d5 played by Zhu. Rook c7. King g2. Rook g7. Bishop e6. Rook e7. Threatening rook takes e6. Bishop d5 played by Zhu. Rook d7. Threatening rook takes d5. Bishop c6 played by Zhu. Threatening bishop takes d7. Rook g7 played by tan. Bishop d5. On g5. Threatening pawn takes f4. On takes g5 played by Zhu. Rook takes g5. King h3. King f2. A tough loss for Zhu, who resigned under pressure.